Ex-IGP threatens to sue Rajapetra. Jamals stages bizarre protest. I'm Sohaila Saifuddin with Cuppa News. A Singapore court has found a former wealth manager of Swiss bank BSI guilty of 4 charges in a case linked to a money laundering investigation involving 1MDB. Yeo Jia Wei is the third BSI banker convicted in the city-state this year. Yeo was found guilty of attempting to pervert the course of justice by urging witnesses to lie to police and destroying evidence during an investigation into illicit money transfers linked to the Malaysian Sovereign Wealth Fund. The 33-year-old faces another 7 charges involving cheating, money laundering and forgery, which will be dealt with next year. During the 12-day trial, a prosecution witness told the court that Yeo left his job at BSI in 2014 to work with Malaysian tycoon Loh Teck Joe or Joe Loh, and they conducted business in a secretive way. 2 former BSI staff, Yvonne Seah and Yak Yu Chi, have already been convicted and sentenced on charges stemming from the money laundering investigation linked to 1MDB. This just in. A Royal Malaysian Air Force pilot was killed while 3 officers injured when their Beechcraft aircraft crashed while attempting to land at the Butterworth Air Force Base around 5:20 p.m. It was reported that the aircraft originating from Subang was on a training mission. The victims were sent to Seberang Jaya Hospital for treatment. In a statement, RMAF said it will establish a team to investigate the cause of the crash. Former IGP Tan Sri Musa Hassan has threatened to sue blogger Rajapetra Kamarudin for accusing him of being involved in Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim's second sodomy case. In an article titled How Mukhris is Going to Become Prime Minister, published in Malaysia Today last week, Rajapetra claimed former Premier Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, through Musa and former Attorney General Tan Sri Abdul Ghani Patail, had fixed Anwar in a sodomy case involving his former aide Muhammad Saiful Buhari Azlan.
Saya rasa ini satu fitnah yang saya rasa tidak ada prinsip langsung kerana ianya tidak ada fakta. Kes telah dibicarakan di mahkamah. Tidak ada fakta berkaitan dengan fixing. So oleh itu saya berpendapat bahawa ini adalah satu fitnah untuk menjatuhkan maruah saya dan juga Tan Sri Ghani Patail.
The blogger, who is currently residing in the UK, had also referred to Musa and Ghani as running dogs for the former Premier. Responding to this remark, Musa reminded Rajapetra that no government servant is a running dog for any politician. The former IGP has given the blogger 2 weeks to retract his statement and issue an apology or face legal action. A day after posting a Facebook video of himself in the bathroom ranting against the Klang Valley water cut, Red Shirts leader Datuk Seri Jamal Yunos staged a protest at the Selangor State Secretariat building, fortunately not in his birthday suit.
Saya datang nak mandi, ada bawa baju lah. Bagilah masuk.
Dia tak benarkan tu?
Kita bukan nak buat demo, bukan nak buat rusuhan apa semua. Saya nak masuk, nak mandi.
Air tak ada.
Air tak ada. Keluar air tak ada.
Tapi dia tak benarkan.
Dia tu siapa dia?
Pegawai keselamatan.
Saya nak jumpa MB. Saya nak mandi dalam pejabat MB. Ada air tak dalam pejabat dia? Saya beritahu lah, nak mandi. Bukan nak buat kecoh apa, nak mandi. Saya nak beritahu, di rumah saya tidak ada air. Di luar sana tidak ada air. Di Ampang tidak ada air. Selangor tidak ada air. Hari ini hari yang keempat rumah saya tidak ada air.
As he stood at the entrance gate, the Sungai Besar UMNO chief tried to telephone Selangor MB Datuk Seri Azmin Ali, who of course does not pick up the call. Turned away, Jamals said he was thinking of going to KLCC for a shower.
Saya tak tahu mana nak mandi kat lepas ni. Nak pergi KLCC nak pakai macam ni. KLCC dong kata ada air, bayar RM2 je.
Dato' boleh tanya satu soalan tak? Ada pakai seluar tak?
You pakai seluar tak?
Ada tak?
Perhaps Jamal could drop by Abdul Rani Kulub Abdullah's home for a shower. The self-declared activist shared his joy on Facebook of having the water supply back at his house.
Dah ada air lah. Dah ada air. Oh, tangan sakit lagi. Allah Akbar. Give it up. Don't give up. Air dah ada. Air dah ada. Air dah ada. Syukur kepada Allah.
In the post, the army veteran also said that the lack of water was a test from God and people had to be patient and wait for it to return. According to Shabazz, the disrupted water supply has been restored to 99% of the areas in Zone 1 by 9 a.m. today, while areas in Zone 2 would have water again after 4 p.m. Also making headlines, 25 squatter houses at Taman Hock N in Old Klang Road, Kuala Lumpur was destroyed in a fire last night. Fortunately, no casualties were reported and water supply in the area had already resumed. It's believed the fire was sparked by a short circuit. In Penang, 2 bus ticket sellers were arrested after they were believed to be involved in a drug trafficking syndicate. State police said the women, aged 29 and 30, were detained after behaving suspiciously in a car in Sungai Gelugor. A follow-up raid was conducted at a house in Butterworth where police found a heroin-producing laboratory. 0.1 kilograms of heroin worth over 546,000 ringgit was also seized. Penang Barisan Nasional Chairman Teng Chang Yao held a bizarre press conference with his mouth taped shut as a symbolic protest against a letter of demand from Chief Minister Lim Guan Eng. In his statement, Tang claimed that he received a legal notice from Lim's lawyer over his comments last month regarding a Penang Development Corporation deal surrounding a piece of development land in Pulau Jerejak. Tang said he viewed the letter as an intimidation, but he would continue to dish out new information on Pulau Jerejak and other land deals. 5 people were killed after a Colombian cargo plane overshot the runway on takeoff just moments before crashing in a field on Tuesday. Mobile phone videos posted online show the aircraft nearly hitting a group of plane watchers as it struggled to gain altitude, then careening to one side and exploding as it hit the ground. The sole survivor was the flight technician, while the 5 fatalities including the pilot, co-pilot, flight engineer and dispatcher. The Boeing 727, operated by the Colombian carrier Aerosucre, was bound from Bogota from Puerto Carreno near the Venezuelan border. The cause of the crash was under investigation. In other news, a massive explosion gutted Mexico's biggest fireworks market on Tuesday, killing at least 31 people and injuring 72 others. The San Pablito fireworks market in Taltepec had been packed with customers buying pyrotechnics for traditional end-of-the-year festivities. 5 crews struggled for 3 hours before bringing the blaze under control. Authorities said forensic experts are working on genetic analysis of the bodies, as almost all of them were impossible to identify. Indonesian police foiled plans for a Christmas suicide bombing after killing 3 suspected militants on Wednesday and discovering a cache of bombs. A firefight erupted at a house in South Tangerang, with police saying that alleged militants had opened fire at officers. The group had planned to stab a police officer at a police station and wait for crowds to gather before launching a suicide bomb attack around the Christmas holidays. Heavy smoke continued to envelope Beijing for the 5th day in a row, with local residents calling for more effective measures taken to fight against the air pollution.
就是担心了，因为毕竟这里头颗粒物比较多嘛，又不像早先我们小的时候它全是雾，没有霾这一说。
China declared a war on pollution in 2014, but the government still faces significant challenges after decades of breakneck economic growth. Musician Richard Marx posted tweets and photos on his Twitter page about helping to subdue an unruly passenger on board a Korean Air flight from Hanoi to Seoul. The Grammy Award-winning artist was with his wife when a man sitting near them suddenly turned violent. He complained that the crew on board were ill-equipped to handle the situation, thus resulting him in helping to restrain the passenger. An Indonesian phenomenon called Telolet has garnered international attention after the face exploded on Twitter and picked up by the dance music world. According to the Jakarta Post, the phenomenon began in November with a Facebook video that showed children shouting and waving signs with the face, which literally means "Sir, honk your horn, sir," at passing city buses in Jepara, Central Java. Dutch duo Firebeats met fans' requests and came up with a quick track containing elements from some Telolet videos. That honking's gonna be stuck in my head for a while. And that's all we have for today, folks. Good night.